All right, how's it hanging, dudes and dudettes? My name is Shawn, and smack alike, because boy, do I have a banger for you guys. I'm a little ticked off today. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to stay a little bit spoiler free, but because there's not much news out right now, and I need some content for you guys, and I'm like one of the best channels so far. What the comments say about how there's best news for I mean somebody's opinion. I'm saying, but hey, it is what it is. And this site that has me a little ticked off has ad blocked my ad blocker, so we're just going to circumvent that and read it anyway. Because oh boy, okay. Cities Skylines 2 lacks a crucial piece of the puzzle to repeat the original success. So this is pretty much a hate piece on Cities Skylines 2. Before it even come out, before there's even any news for it, right? Okay, so go ahead and smack a like if you want to see me demolish this article, because we're getting ready to. So let's get into it. Oh, sorry, Max Borman, buddy. Okay, so let me just read through a little bit, and I'll stop every once in a while at a point or two that I think is just insane. I was gonna have some gameplay uploaded today, but they're not very popular. I'm trying to grow the channel as much as I possibly can, and I know that you guys would love to hate on this with me. Don't go to anybody's article. Don't tag this person on Twitter or anything like that. I'm not trying to spread hate that way, but let's just objectively destroy this article, right? After an 8-year wait, City Skylines 2 is finally on the way. While no gameplay has been revealed yet, Colossal Order is promising that it will be the most realistic city builder ever. It may seem like a lofty claim. First of all, how could that be a lofty claim when they've done it before, right? So anyway, but if the studio delivers on it, then it will once again show why Cities Skylines is the king of urban city builder. However, Cities Skylines 2 may be facing some tough competition. Really? Really? Okay. All right. He's trying to appease the fans up here, saying the King of City. If they do this, saying like they won't. You know what I mean? Like they don't have the entire market cornered. Anyway, let's just read on. It gets better. City Skylines launches at a time when urban city builder fans had nowhere else to turn to. Talking about the first game, the SimCity franchise had crashed and burned, and fans were waiting for someone to fill the void. Luckily, Colossal Order was there to save the day, and its game exploded in popularity. The landscape looks very different in 2023, and it may be hard for City Skylines 2 to replicate that success. Okay, so they're saying this person, this Max Borman person, is saying that City Skylines inherently is only successful because the SimCity franchise crashed and burned. But they're not realizing or addressing the fact that City Skylines didn't crash and burn because they implemented everything that players wanted that SimCity refused to implement. Right? How many SimCity games was we not able to manually place buildings or manually zone certain areas? What about the road system? How about just the way the game worked itself from oh, you just gotta have an industry here and a little bit of city here and this still here and everything works fine. They added so much more complexity, so much more management. Just the fact that you're able to put down power pylons and water and everything. There's so much that made City Skylines better than SimCity franchise. It's not that SimCity franchise just didn't deliver, crashed and burned, and then City Skylines made an exact replica, and all of a sudden, because this one franchise died, all of a sudden now City Skylines is so good because if SimCity was around, they wouldn't be. No, they gave us everything that SimCity didn't give us, and that's why it exploded. If it would have been just the same as SimCity, then nobody would have played it. Period. But let's go ahead. Let's hear him out. Let's let's read on. After Maxis' controversial launch of SimCity in 2013, urban city builder fans were left with nothing. What was once the kingpin of the genre and had fallen from grace. Numerous technical problems at launch made the game inaccessible to many players and caused it to become a critical failure. It is often cited as one of the most disastrous launches in history, and ultimately led to the closure of Maxis Emeryville, along with the death of the SimCity brand. Sure, there's nothing wrong there, right? After the failure of SimCity 2013, Colossal Order got to work on City Skylines. It had a reason to fear the market dominance of Max's iconic franchise, but genre fans were desperately looking for somewhere to turn to. Paradox Interactive greenlit the project. Colossal Order designed a new engine to handle it. I'm pretty sure that Frontier designed the Unity engine, if I'm not mistaken, their parent company. Maybe there's something there that I'm not sure about, but I'm pretty sure Colossal Order didn't design the engine. I'm pretty sure it was Frontier. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody correct me. But if I'm right, then this guy, why is he writing articles? Anyways, and 2 years later, Cities Skylines exploded onto the scene. Okay, so you're saying that because SimCity was dead, 2 years later, just the fact that SimCity was dead, Cities Skylines exploded onto the scene. They exploded onto the scene because they gave us every single thing that SimCity didn't, which he conveniently leaves out in this entire article. He's saying that Cities Skylines' first success is only because SimCity wasn't around anymore. That's what he's saying. So, he says, while it wasn't a little rough in some places, it hit almost all the right notes and fans flocked to it. Which is the reason why Cities Skylines, or SimCity, failed in SimCity, or the reason why SimCity failed and Cities Skylines exploded. That's the reason why. Cities Skylines trailers emphasized that players could build their dream city, mod and share their content online, and also play the game offline. Pretty much everything that SimCity 13 did not have. Cities Skylines offered in droves. It quickly became Paradox's best-selling published title and filled the void left by SimCity to cement itself as a new king of urban city builder. See, he says it right there. Fills the void left by SimCity. It sure did that. But the fact that it filling a void is not the reason why it was so popular. It was so popular because it did everything that we asked, which is the reason why the void was there in the first place. SimCity crashed and burned because it did not give us the things that we asked. Cities Skylines did, and now it's huge, right? So, let's go on. Because unlike Cities Skylines 2 is entering a much more crowded market, with one of its toughest competitors being its predecessor. While some players may check out Cities Skylines 2 at launch, if it launches with less content than Cities Skylines has, then players will have little reason to make the jump. It's the second installment. Why would anybody make a second installment of the game and give you less content? How long did it take us to get winter maps in Cities Skylines 1? The game is already starting with winter, with a whole seasonal progression. Like, this guy literally has not done a single ounce of research. You would already know, just based off the trailer itself, that the game is offering more than what Cities Skylines originally had to start with. So you're saying that we need all the DLCs, all the... Like, dude, you don't understand. Have you even played Cities Skylines? Like, it's going to be a completely separate game. Everything they've been working towards will be compiled into this next game. And if not, there will be DLCs that come. They are so good at making new content. Like, they've had so long to work on this game. And on top of that, they continuing to make Cities Skylines even better, even up to its end. So this guy literally has not done a single ounce of research, right? So, it says that they would have little reason to make the jump. The sequel is not benefiting from the failure of a kingpin. So, if it wants to make waves, then it has to be impressive at launch and actually fulfill its promise of being the most realistic city builder. First of all, they've already fulfilled that promise with the launch of Cities Skylines 1. And the fact that Cities Skylines 2 is going to be built off the back and the shoulders of Cities Skylines 1 should already let you know that that's probably going to be in the work. Now, you really think Colossal Order is going to shoot themselves in the foot from this behemoth that they've made? That's a little silly, right? That's a little silly. It says the sequel is not benefiting from the failure of a kingpin. Are you insane, dude? SimCity was not a kingpin. It was just the only game on the market. There are so many games on the market right now, all of which have decent followings, but none like Cities Skylines. You know why? Because Cities Skylines gives us the management aspects that we want. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just because SimCity isn't here no more is not the reason why Cities Skylines exploded. There has been city builders and management games like this for a decade and a half, 2 decades, if you technically count, Civilization and early, PC floppy disk games. Like, it's been around for a long time. It's not the failure of a kingpin that was the catalyst for Cities Skylines. Cities Skylines brought everything to the table that we wanted. And it's sick to hear somebody sit here and type up an article about saying this type of stuff. That this seems like a SimCity fanboy who's just mad that SimCity's not here no more, and so we have Cities Skylines, and it better be good, right? Like, I don't understand. So let's just read this last little bit before I get too angry. There also seems to be a lot more city builders vying for players' attentions in 2023 than there was in 2015. SimCity had cornered the market and was getting the most attention, but its failure led to the rise of all sorts of different city building experiences. Games like Tropical. First of all, Tropical 6 was around. Tropical has been around for a long time. The fact you say there's more. Frostpunk, Surviving Mars, Anno 1800. Anno's been around for a long time too. Townscapers have given city builders more fans and content to turn. Dude, I don't need to read it more. This is. It says City Skylines down here. It says the city builder landscape seems way more competitive than it did in 2015, and that could mean City Skylines 2 will face an uphill battle. Yeah, but guess what? All those people aren't City Skylines. They aren't City Skylines. They all have themes, and like Surviving Mars, On Mars, Frostpunk, In the Ice, Anno, old school stuff. Townscaper is the closest thing you get to actual competition. Tropical 6 is more of an Anno 1800 competition. Like, this guy has even played a video game. Like, it's making me mad, guys. So I don't know. Give me your comments down below. Again, no hate to this person, but yeah, you can make better articles, bro. You know what I'm saying? And until next time, piss off.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and